Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. And my name is Kevin Hicks, and I'm the lead beat writer for Arizona State Sun Devils on SI. And we are in the stretch run before the 2025 Arizona State season is set to begin. Tomorrow will mark the 30-day point until opening kickoff against Northern Arizona August 30th, as will it mark the start of fall practices. Obviously, the Sun Devils are heading to Camp Tontozona about a week and a half from now, but they will get a few days of practice in Tempe in beforehand. And I'm so grateful to be covering this phenomenally talented team that has developed a strong culture, that has foundationally changed what it means to be a Sun Devil in recent years under Kenny Dillingham. And yeah, before we get started in today's episode, please follow me on X/Twitter at khicks_21. And your support means the absolute world to me. I couldn't do it without you. And yeah, let's get started today. So today, in our episode, I would like to talk about the East-West Shrine Bowl and the Arizona State players that were named to the watch list, the 1,000-player watch list that was released yesterday on Monday. And so, if you don't know, if you aren't aware, the East-West Shrine Bowl is essentially a showcase for NFL draft prospects, particularly upperclassmen, but it's not confined to just upperclassmen. Uh, Obviously, NFL scouts, coaches, and execs will be there. Usually, they bring NFL coaching staffs to help out with the week of that game, the practices leading up to the game, and the game itself. And Arizona State is well endowed in that 1,000-player list that came out. Arizona State fans shouldn't be too surprised by this, but 15 players, there's a lot of NFL talent, NFL caliber talent on this Arizona State roster, and I wanted to go over the players that were named to the watch list. So on the offensive side of the ball, obviously we have Sam Leavitt and Jordan Tyson, and then we have Max Ihenacore and Shimon Mateer and Kanye Udo as more of the sleeper names as far as what they currently are viewed as from the draft community, I'd say. Uh, Obviously, Leavitt and Tyson go without saying. They are two of the stronger prospects in the 2026 draft at this moment, at their positions and honestly overall. They both very well could be first round draft picks. First Arizona State players to be that since Brandon Ayuk in 2020. Uh, yeah, there's not much to be said about those guys. Just awesome players, awesome representatives of the program. And let's go to Max Ihenacore. Honestly, I'm surprised that Ben Coleman wasn't placed on this watch list, but Max is awesome. He's been reliable over the last 2 seasons, and I can totally see why NFL scouts would be rather high on him. Same with Kanye Udo. There's a lot of skeptics surrounding Kanye Udo, a lot of skepticism surrounding Kanye Udo right now, mostly because he's only played in that triple option offense in his collegiate career. Not really sure where he is as a pass catcher or within the confines of a spread offense. But from my point of view, it's going to be relatively easy to get Kanye Udo familiarized within that system. He should be able to have an efficient season as a runner. There's a lot to like about him when it comes to translating to the pro game as well. And even if he's not a workhorse, he should be very efficient and should be able to contribute to what should be an elite Arizona State offense. And Shimon Mateer, obviously, all Big 12 selection a year ago, red zone threat every single time he steps foot in there. He's a threat to score. Great route runner, standout blocker, has an undeniable NFL build. There's a lot to like about Mateer as well. And Jesus Gomez is the lone special teams player that was named for Arizona State. He's knocked down nearly 80% of his field goals in his career at Eastern Michigan, and he really does bring stability to the kicker position for the first time in 3 to 4 years for the Sun Devils. So there's a lot to like on the scoring points side of things. As for defense, there were more defensive players than offensive players selected to the watch list for the Shrine Bowl. As a matter of fact, there were 10 that were selected. Actually, 9. My mistake, 9. I'm sorry. But, yep. Keith Abney II, Xavion Alford, Prince Dorba, Keyshawn Elliott, CJ Fight, Elijah O'Neal, Javon Robinson, Miles Ghost Rouser, and Clayton Smith were the selections. Now let's briefly talk about all of them by position group. So Keyshawn Elliott is the lone linebacker that was listed. I've talked about him on multiple occasions. NFL's teams will likely be drawn to him due to his secure floor. You know exactly what you're going to get out of him. He's as intelligent as they come at the linebacker spot. He's very, very strong in both run support and pass protection. I mean, not pass... prevent... My bad. I'm stumbling over my words a little bit right now. You know what I'm saying. He's just a pro's pro. That's really all it goes down to. On the defensive line, CJ Fight, Elijah O'Neal, Prince Dorba, and Clayton Smith. So last season, pass rush was a point of contention for Brian Ward's defense. Well, the pass rush did show up in spurts. It wasn't consistent enough, and that's honestly what led to the pass defense being ranked around 80th of the country a season ago. This season, Prince Dorba is healthier, and there should be improvement from Elijah O'Neal and Clayton Smith both. Both of them are wildly talented. There's not a lot of debating around that. But all three guys could eventually be playing on Sundays. I'm not going to rule it out for any. And as for secondary, we just discussed the secondary over the last couple of days. Everybody already knows my thoughts about these 4 phenomenal athletes. Javon Robinson and Keith Abney both broke out in 2024. Abney is likely to be the one that actually ends up getting invited to the Shrine Bowl. He could very well end up being a top 5 cornerback in the 2026 draft if things go according to plan, but Javon Robinson is not talked about enough. He broke fully out in Arizona State's defense after playing sparingly at Washington State in 2023, and there is real pro potential with him. And as for safety, the safety position, Miles Rouser, traditional hard-hitting ball hawk safety, he's very talented and obviously has made an instant impact at both New Mexico State and Arizona State since joining both programs. And Xavion Alford is the leader of the Arizona State defense. There is not many holes that you can poke in his game. He's very rarely targeted. He doesn't give up a lot of yards in coverage. He's a great player when it comes to run support, especially in the secondary. When he does give up catches in coverage, the depth of target is not very high. Not very many yards are ceded. He's very fundamentally sound when it comes to footwork and technique, and his IQ is off the charts. There's just not many holes that you can poke into Alford's game, honestly. And this is just a testament to, once again, I can't keep on saying this enough, the culture that Kenny Dillingham has built, the emphasis on player development over bringing in flashy 5-star talents. Not to say that that's not important, but they've really built this from the ground up, and there are a lot of 3-star players that are looking like 5-star players now. And a lot of that credit is due to Kenny Dillingham. A lot of that credit is due to the relentless work and the off-the-charts energy that these players bring to the program. And they're almost a month out from the season. I couldn't be more excited to cover this team each and every day during the course of the 12-game regular season. And thank you guys so much for all your support. Couldn't do it without you once again, and I will see you tomorrow.